There's something that kills more dreams than failure ever will, and it's fear. Fear kills more dreams than failure ever will because of how paralyzing it is. When you're afraid of something, when you have fear gripping your heart, you can't do anything. You just freeze up, and that leads to so many people giving up on their dreams. I remember back in 2018, I was speaking at an event for young professionals in Bahrain, and I asked them a question. I said, "What's the one thing holding you back from achieving your dreams?" And they shouted, "Fear." I said, "What's the one thing holding you back from achieving your goals?" They shouted, "Fear." I said, "What's the one thing that stops you from taking that next level?" They said, "Fear." I said, "What's the one thing that destroys more relationships?" Fear. I could see it. All around me were these talented, intelligent, beautiful people who felt like they were trapped by their own fear. And that got me thinking, why are we so afraid? Why does fear kill more dreams than failure ever will? There are 4 things that I want to talk about that I believe are responsible for this. No. 1. One of the reasons why fear kills more dreams than failure ever will is because sometimes our biggest fear isn't actually failing. It's what other people think of us if we fail. It's the fear of people looking down on us, the fear of them criticizing us, the fear of them disappointing in us. And I know how powerful this fear is because I faced it myself. You see, growing up, I had 2 dreams. My first dream was to become an engineer, but I never shared that dream with anybody. My second dream was to become a public speaker, but I never told anyone about that either. And the reason why I didn't tell anybody about my dreams was because I feared what they would say. You see, my father always told me, education is the only way out of poverty. He wanted a better life for me, so he pushed me to focus on my studies. And so I decided to study engineering in university. But I knew if I told him that I really wanted to be a public speaker, he would try to convince me otherwise, so I kept that dream hidden. I chose not to tell anyone because I feared what they would say. And this is such a common story. It's a story that I hear all the time. People don't go after their dreams because they're afraid of what others might say. Like, they're afraid that others might laugh at them or criticize them or tell them that their dreams aren't realistic. And that is the reason why so many people never share their dreams with anyone. They're afraid of what others might say. And that fear ends up killing their dreams. Now, yes, it's important to listen to what others have to say, especially if you want to pursue a career that requires a lot of expertise. For example, if you want to become a doctor, then you must listen to other doctors. If you want to become a lawyer, you must listen to lawyers. If you want to become a chef, you must listen to other chefs. But there are some people whose job it is to tell you no. It's their job to squash your ideas because they're afraid that your idea might take away their job. It's their fault that you feel like you're not good enough because they convinced you that you're not. Do let other people stop you from going after your dreams because they do want you to succeed? You see, whenever someone tells you that your dream is too big or too unrealistic, you have to realize that their reality is not your reality. Their small mind cannot comprehend your bigger vision. Never let anyone walk up to you and tell you that your dream is too big. And if anyone ever says that to you, just smile at them and say, "That may be true, but it's my dream, not yours." No. 2, we fear failure. Another reason why fear kills more dreams than failure ever will is because we fear failure itself. Sometimes the fear of failure is greater than the excitement of success. And that's why we end up giving up on our dreams before even trying. See, when you're chasing your dreams, you're going to face a lot of obstacles and challenges. There are going to be moments when you feel like giving up. There are going to be times when you make mistakes and you fall flat on your face. And the moment you do that, you have to ask yourself, why did I start in the first place? Do I still believe in what I'm doing, or do I just want to quit? Truth is, when you chase your dreams, you're going to feel like quitting. It's going to happen. The key is to keep going. Keep going even when you don't feel like it. Keep going even when you're afraid. Because every single successful person has failed multiple times before they achieve success. Every single one of them has fallen and made mistakes. The difference between them and you is that they got back up every time they fell. Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, failed 10,000 times before he invented the first light bulb. And I read a statistic that said that the average entrepreneur starts 34 businesses before they have their first successful one. So if you feel like giving up, if you're feeling afraid, just remember this quote that says, "Our greatest weakness is giving up." The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. 3. We fear the unknown. Another reason why fear kills more dreams than failure ever will is because sometimes when you chase your dreams, you have to leave the comfort of the familiar and step into the unknown. You have to explore new things, experience new adventures, meet new people, and that scares some of us. You see, I was born and raised in Kuwait, but I lived in 7 different countries and traveled to over 70 countries. And every time I travel to a new country, I have to adapt to a new culture, a new language, new foods. And yes, it's exciting, but it's also kind of scary. And that's why a lot of people prefer to stick to what they know rather than explore the unknown. They choose the comfort of familiarity over the excitement of adventure. And that is why so many people never get to experience all that life has to offer. But here's the thing. When you chase your dreams, sometimes you have to leave your comfort zone. You have to be willing to explore the unknown because that is where the magic lies. That is where the adventure is. That is where the real life is. So if you're afraid of the unknown, if you're afraid of exploring new things, then I have some advice for you. First, take small steps outside of your comfort zone each day. Maybe learn a few words in a new language, or try a new food, or talk to a stranger. Then as you become more comfortable with that, you can take bigger steps. Second, remember that the unknown is not something to be feared. In fact, it's something to be embraced. Because in the unknown is where the magic lies. And finally, remember that you're not alone. There are so many people out there who want to explore the unknown, just like you. So find those people and explore the world together. Number 4, we fear letting go of the past. Finally, one of the reasons why fear kills more dreams than failure ever will is because sometimes we hold on too tightly to our past. We hold on to past mistakes, to past hurts, to past failures, and we don't let go. That is why we never move forward. You see, everyone has a past. Everyone has made mistakes. Everyone has been hurt. But the difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who do is how they deal with their past. Those who let their past define them are destined to repeat it. But those who learn from their past and let go of it are free to create a new future. So if you're holding on to your past, if you're holding on to past mistakes, to past hurts, to past failures, let go of it. Forgive yourself. Move forward. Because when you chase your dreams, you need to be willing to let go of the past. You need to be willing to learn from it, to grow from it, but not to hold on to it. And if you can do that, if you can let go of your past, then you will be one step closer to achieving your dreams. These are the 4 things that I believe are responsible for why fear kills more dreams than failure ever will. But here's the thing. Fear is a normal human emotion. It's okay to be afraid. What's not okay is to let that fear control you, to let that fear determine your future. So if you have a dream, if you have something that you really want to achieve, don't let fear stop you. Don't let fear be the reason why you never achieve your dreams. Because when you chase your dreams, you have to be willing to take risks. You have to be willing to step outside of your comfort zone. You have to be willing to explore the unknown. And most importantly, you have to be willing to let go of the past. If you can do that, if you can embrace fear, then I promise you, you will achieve your dreams. Thank you.